Letters to my son in heaven, you left me beautiful memories. Your love is still my guide, and though I cannot see you, you're always by my side. So I write to Drew, and I have his funeral brochure, I don't know what you call that, here, and then I have his principles that I put that he wrote there.
Mementos decorate a table in Nancy Duarte Mataresi's home.
She made this, and she sent me like little angel wings, which I thought was really sweet. And she wrote me a beautiful letter from one mom to another.
She says each item is comforting.
This kind of stuff, it helps if I'm struggling or anything. I can just read this, and it helps. It really does.
From people she's never met.
These are little angels for peace and healing, and so this is from a church in Idaho.
To one of her close friends in California.
She took Andrew's name, 12 letters, 12 cards, and she has me open a new card every month on the anniversary date, and inside is a note from her and a scripture reference based on the letter in his name. Wow. Yeah. So we're coming up here, and I put him in my calendar, so I open it on that day.
But 6 months later, she says the grief and sorrow haven't gotten easier. She carries tissues in her pocket every day.
When I look at his clothes, when I, do things with his personal stuff, that's really hard, really hard. I can't call a business and say that I'm calling for my son without crying. Poor people on the other end of the phone. I still can't do it. So that's really hard because it's permanent.
In some ways, it seems like it was 5 years ago that this happened. In some ways, it seems like it was, last weekend.
West York Borough Police Chief Matt Millsaps says Andrew served with his department for 3 years.
So the chief had this pendant made, and on the back is St. Michael. And so that is in keeping with what Andrew wore every day, which was St. Michael. And he had one made for every officer at West York Borough. Wow. So each of them can wear that in memory of Drew. So there's the original. Oh, wow. And now I have one from the chief.
There's just some things that we want to do to make sure that Andrew's remembered to each of those individually, and something to be carried close to the heart every shift.
Nancy has also been gifted a Purple Heart and Medal of Valor from the chief.
You gave me his medals on the 5-month anniversary.
Millsaps says the tragedy has made his officers better at their job.
Andrew's death caused a lot to realize and recognize their own mortality, and I think that served in some ways of motivation for a lot of, especially the younger officers, to really take a more active role in life and in commitment to their trade and craft and to police work and to just enjoying our time on earth.
And part of Andrew's legacy is improving policing.
Though it will be remembered with one particular name attached, we want to make sure that generations of law enforcement officers in York County are equipped to respond, prepared to respond, and capable of dealing with situations as they present. And we want basically Andrew's name to be attached to those legacy projects.
Right now, a simulation room is in the works in Dover. It will be the Northern Regional's current police station after they move to another location.
The idea is to have a tactical training facility that not only just it can involve police and tactics relating to simulation of use of force types things, but also that it has a footprint that is flexible enough that we can use it for de-escalation training, and some of the crisis co-responders and probation officers and things like that can use that space to simulate environments where they may have to, an office environment or a medical facility where they may have to de-escalate a threat, that type of thing.
There's also a scholarship for impaired driving training, something Andrew excelled at.
There was an amount donated in Andrew's name back at the time of his death. We want to be able to provide that to help offset some training costs for officers that are interested in impaired driving.
It's sort of like the legacy idea of him living on, past February 22nd, that it doesn't just end there, but it moves on, and it moves on, like Chief said, it moves on in a positive way, in a way to better the environment, to better the training, to give more access.
Something so important for officers like Andrew, who went towards danger to save lives.
Andrew willingly went in, and was right up front, doing what he was trained to do. And everybody went home. All the hostages went home. The healthcare workers went home. People were injured, certainly, but everybody went home that day. And that was the goal.
As Nancy remembers her son and grieves his loss, she holds on to the memories and the mementos.
It's just a blessing every day from people all over. Oh, and I want to show you this. So this was from a lady. I'll read it to you. It said, "A token describing Officer Andrew Duarte. They may have questioned your height, but there's no question for your valor, proved with great fortitude. The gallantry you displayed and sacrifice you gave will never be forgotten. The footprints you left us with will be our legacy to remember of who you were. Thank you."